you, James. I'm gonna hop down and kind of let him tell his story.
No, but
BX.
Chris,
might hop back up.
I just kind of wanted you to hear this real quick because it's funny that I came in. It's such a sensitive topic that you guys were just touching on. I was hearing it as I was leaving, but I never knew that about the Galera, that he actually heard that another time, because it's funny that that happened during our movement. And it was kind of like somebody we thought he brought in to the movement when they needed like and the guy called himself a Huckleberry. You might have seen him. But anyway, my point is, it was a allegation of such heinous crimes that I did not want to talk about no more on my channel. But they had been brought up on my channel. Galera decided to make a joke about it. TB decided to go on and put on a suit, interview the victim who said he was SA.
Wow.
And that's his story. That's not for me to tell. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if it's true. These are allegedly allegations, but it happened on my channel. So I have a responsibility to my people, I feel now, where I think everything happens for a reason, BX. Somebody sent me your work in the beginning when Galera first came around, and they said, yo, you got to look into this guy, man. And I'll be real, I hung out with him one time, but that's it, one time. And yeah, so
Galera was able to get a sense of it.
Yeah. I mean, he put on that, he's cool, but he really just, he's very intimidated in person when you meet him face to face.
Intimidated or intimidating?
Intimidated by, I mean, you could go back to a live. Galera, I know you're listening, because he won't do it. This is another thing. He won't do a petty stream on you, BX, but wait, let's do him on Jessica Machado, who you haven't said one word about until TB said it was okay that she's no longer, an asset to us. Like, you can just basically trash her, and that's what's going on now. And that's how this whole community has been going. Unfortunately, at first, we all wanted to free Karen Read, right?
Right.
But now, if we're not free TB, we're not free Karen Read. But people don't realize where we come in. We know TB's charges are bogus, but because he's a piece of, whatever, it doesn't mean we agree that he needs to go to jail. And that's personal. That's stuff other people need to work on.
Right.
But for me, I just want to work on going forward. I don't want stuff like that. And that it's crazy that you guys said that, because I have never heard that before about him. And now it's the second time. And that's what almost canceled our Christmas, was some guy coming up allegedly being SA. And, a lot of people looked at us like, how would you give any, noise? How would you keep giving light to this? And why you keep talking about this? And it's like, well, the guy came up and said it, and he was pretty, he had some pretty detailed stuff, and I just don't know how to 50-50. I don't believe either one of them, because I don't want to talk about stuff like that. But for Galera and TB to downplay that conversation is where I just knew this was like, all right, this is WWE. And we just got to stay in character, I guess, if that's what Will's doing.
100% he's doing WWE.
Yeah. So
without a doubt.
Going forward, man, a lot of these people got to know me as somebody that just loosely said things that, I'm not going that way no more. I don't care what Galera's got going on, wherever he is, Tennessee, Will, wherever he is. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I care about like my channel, what happened that day but even just now in general, like going forward, we all know we make money off this. This is a business. And I hate when people call it like, oh, they're just doing it for money. Everybody's doing everything for money. People, if you're listening, that's what life's about. You got to make money, right? But you don't have to be a shitbag to make money. You don't have to trash people to make money. You don't have to lie on people to make money. So, but yeah, this video is definitely enlightening. I like to watch it for a few. I usually do walks with my dog and sometimes go live, but if I can't sit back and just be an observer. I'm new to your channel as much as you're new to this whole free Karen Reed community with the Glare again.
Yeah,
man.
I'm trying to
Here you
learn
are
all the
again.
new stuff. It
Crazy,
seems like
right?
he has a pattern. He does the same thing over and over again in different communities.
I'll tell you one thing that hasn't changed is your voice, the sound. Like you seem consistently like this is a pattern for him, but your consistent pattern is you're very sure of this and you seem to know him better than we did. So I'm just here.
100%.
Exactly. So I'm here just listening.
Yeah, that
But,
dude been a snake since day one, and I've just been seeing him do it over and over again through the years to different communities.
Right.
So for a fact, it's like I'm the bane of his existence. He see me around, he gets scared. He don't come around as much. He not streaming as much no more. He knows. Like I have multiple conversations where me and him are talking, and I'm getting him to admit to everything as he's lying. What? I never abused my child. All right, so what channel was it that you did the video about you abusing your child? Oh, that was on this other channel. So you did abuse your child, then
Damn, BX. Yeah, see?
He can't
Go ahead,
do
I'm
none of
sorry.
that. No, that's all good. I was gonna say he can't do none of the trickery that he tries to do, where he'll change definitions of words and just start saying things that make no sense. And he
Yeah.
has a lot of people that, for some weird reason, because he talks about another case that they care about, they believe every word he says.
Yeah.
And that's
And
just unfortunate.
It is.
Well, he's
and it's a lot-
surrounded by like low IQ people. And James, you said something earlier when you guys were talking about WWE being in character. I totally get that. The difference is though, like BX is real and authentic. And sometimes for people who are that way, it's a slow burn, but it's a genuine build. People like the Blair, it's always short lived because he's fake. So
That's a good
being
way to
real
look at it.
authentic on here it's not easy because again,
No.
you know, money does play into it as well. But I think it's more of an authentic long-term thing when you can remain that way. And people do eventually see it. And you're going to have more long-lasting support, genuine come up than people like the Glare. Because he's a beta male cup. You saying that
Facts.
when you met him, he's intimidated. That makes total fucking sense. I want to see the look on his face if him and BX ever met face to face.
He gonna be terrified. He would literally run across the street.
Mm-hmm.
It's just funny, man. You got to go back and watch the live. He said when he met me, it was like whatever that meant, and he like did some like out of body experience. Like, all right, let it calm the fuck down. You know that's
Yeah,
part
that
of
sounds
our-
crazy. That sound wild.
BX.
What was he on? That sound insane. It's out of body
Yeah,
experience.
I mean,
okay.
But you know, at the time, I can say this too. There's a lot of us content creators, and there's a lot of content creators by default, and there's a lot of people that came into this new. So we were with, like, as long as you were screaming the same thing, we were kind of screaming at that time, and he knew it. It's like you said, he knows when to jump
Mhm.
ship. He saw these people screaming, "What? Free Karen Reed? Free Karen Reed? I'm Free Karen. Who are you? Oh, I'm the Guerra. Where you from? Tennessee. Why you care about what's going on in Boston?" So that was our first question. And
Because it'll line his pockets.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's the only
That's
reason.
100%.
And you just explained every anti-community ever on YouTube. It's all
There you
about the
go.
message at first, and you're all spewing the same shit, and then eventually it branches off, it divides until it's just an utter shit show, and then eventually it's nothing. There's no anti-KJ community anymore. Karen Reed will be like that soon when the shit's
No,
over.
he was ready to do a petty stream on his boy 45 minutes before his boy finally got the strength to call in and say, "Come on, man, what are we doing here?" Because he knew that shit was about to go down. Petty stream. Let's see if I got your audience yet. And Glary, you know that's what it was. You were testing to see if you got his audience.
Let's see if they're still gonna rock with me, even though I turn on them.
Even though I'm gonna turn on them. That was exactly. And you guys know what that was. So
Testing
like
the waters.
exactly. And unfortunately, that's where we're at. But they say we don't care about corruption. We don't care what happened. Listen, man, I got in this whole thing because of what happened to John O'Keefe. He was done dirty, real dirty. They left that man out there in a blizzard to die. And, it's just a lot of unanswered questions that the Glera don't have the answers to. Why do we need the Glera over here? So we can hear about his petty streams on Jessica Machado, who's from Boston, who might be able to get closer to somebody inside. What's Glera going to do besides nothing?
He ain't going to do a damn thing.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like at the end of the day, when they say, "Yo, you guys always," they labeled me and my partner in this JFK like the separation of this community. We were the ones that tried to basically destroy the community, but that was never true. We just went against the Glera. And so when we went against the Glera, we went against what they were, Glera was covering TB stuff. He was covering this. So we can't go against him. Well, that's what they said. We can go against whoever we want because we never came in here with a side.
Right.
We just believed in something. And we
Why
still
are you
do.
not allowed?
Right.
Because that goes against the mob playbook. You're not allowed. You can't go against some of the ringleaders. You do that,
Right.
you're shunned, and then you got all their fucking flying monkeys coming for you. I've been there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane.
I'm sure. I seen earlier when I first jumped on, and I don't want to bring this up or sound like I'm simping, but I seen somebody say something about Glera talking about my girlfriend who had passed away. And
I wanted to ask you about that, but I didn't want to be pushy if you didn't want to speak on it.
Well, it's like, it's been 3 years now, so I'm kind of comfortable in where I'm at in my life today. I've worked through a lot in the last 3 years, and where I'm at today, people who know me, and they're proud of me. So, Glera, you can, people who know me, Glera, you can blow me. So, this is how it is. It started with, I came into this, my girlfriend had passed away before I knew anybody. My friend tried to get me involved and say, look, man, you need to just get out of this funk you're in. I think that we live streamed so I'll put a little more context. We live streamed in 2020 during COVID with this hip hop battle rap thing. You win a beat by Static Selector from, I don't know if you know what Static Selector is. But anyway, yeah, Static is dope. You must know.
Come on, man. I'm from where?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm from where it was invented, man. I know about Static Selector.
So then. So we were doing that, and my boy JFK said, look, this will help you too. And then we did it, and then that came up. Oh, his girlfriend died. But this was wait until everything, had gone by, and then the beef finally happened. This was after the first trial. Why didn't he bring this up in the first trial? Because they were looking to hurt me. And this is what this is what I was told from the guy himself who is fighting for his life right now, allegedly. Fighting for his life, that's what he says. But this was said by TV. He said, we were at war, so I had to say the meanest things to hurt you. So Glera knew this was not true, and he jumped on it just to hurt me. So wait, I can see. All right, let me back up. I can see you TV doing it, but now you got a guy from Tennessee screaming, "I killed." I'm sorry, I don't know if you want to say I am. I was the reason that she's not here, basically. And that's not what happened to her, man. And then when TB knew what happened to her, he's like, I know what happened and I know everything. But, we was at war, so I don't want to apologize. And stop him right there. I don't want you to apologize. No, but let me stop you. Let me just give him a little credit. I said, I don't want you to apologize because it won't be sincere. And he said, exactly. So me and him knew this. And this is raw, uncut. Get your cameras ready. Whoever's in the chat, I know you guys are going to be screen recording and shit. But yeah, me and him had spoke. And I said, look, man, I don't want you to apologize because you had just said that we were at war and the apology wouldn't mean anything. And to me, I don't want a fake apology. So I feel like the Glera, that you did this just to jump on ship with TB to be part of that. You didn't even know what was going on. You just heard, yeah, this is true, but you never even checked the facts, man. So you are different than TB. At least TB was man enough to say, I can't give you an apology because it won't be a sincere one. But your punk ass wouldn't even say that. You would look at me in my face and act like nothing happened. That's the difference, man. And it's like,
crazy.
This is, so that was, that lasted for, and you know how the chat runs wild. And I'm sure it just went wild and it lasted for months. And then it turned back around on me that it was my fault that they said that I got to stop simping for my girlfriend. Wait a second. I never simped for her. I never even told you about my girlfriend. So you guys brought that up. So it just became a big thing. I mean, that's why you're seeing all the things with James Jackson's girlfriend. That's why I just wanted to put a little context behind it. She, if you want to go back and see, there was when I first came into this whole YouTube community, man, there was a video I did with this girl from Australia who just watched me from the outside like an observer. Like I said to you, I just want to observe. And her name was Miss Shorty, and now she got, whatever, X'd out of the community. But anyway, she wanted me on the show and she wanted to talk about Free Karen Reed. She wanted to talk about trauma and how I was feeling with losing my girlfriend and stuff like that. So that was my very first time ever being on a live. And you can see from then to now the difference. So this is what I mean. He knew before he even met me what happened to my girlfriend. Sincerely knew.
Wow.
So
wow. What the hell?
But it's not, I mean, I guess when I hear you say it, I don't know if it's that big of a deal, BX, is it? Because it's like, on the internet, it's a big deal, right? But in face to face, like I said, when I met him, he's not going to say that kind of stuff to me. And then what? Not. And then when we went out, like people would start sending us pictures because they don't like him, and they would send us pictures wherever he was. And we'd say, yeah, we know you're right here. And then I'm calling the cops. Okay, now you're calling the cops because someone sent us a picture. So it's like, man, we don't know what to do with this guy. So we just left him alone. Like we know he's not that serious. It's internet stuff. And, but also internet stuff can become very real. Like I said, with that SA allegation, that stuff became very real, and it became street stuff that I didn't want on my channel, and I didn't think was even, we shouldn't even be talking about this. Why are we talking about this? But these are topics that surrounded him. So these are why we're talking about it right now again. And, everything happens for a reason, man. And you're back around here. You're back around here to let people know that this shit hasn't just started. This has been going on.
Facts.
And that's what it is. So
it's a repeated cycle, it seems. Like it's a pattern with all the disgusting things that he's doing. And I'm surprised that he's talking about some calling the cops. He done threatened me 1,000 times. I've been waiting for the day to just bump into him and be like, hey, how you doing? And see him run as fast as possible just because he saw me. They have canceled whole meetups because they heard I was coming.
You got mad videos to catch up on.
Oh my God, I forgot about that, BX. They did do that.
You remember that? They was doing a meetup and they heard I was coming.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Because I was like, I'm gonna be on my way. I'll be right there. And then that same day they canceled the event.
Wow.
And it was sending messages behind the scenes like, oh, this BX guy's gonna come. I don't want to do this.
See, but why? If you have nothing to hide, and this is where I get, and a few listeners may be like whatever, but this is where I get weird with you listeners, because you want me to apologize to certain creators, but I don't know these creators. I don't know them outside of YouTube content creator world, and you want me to apologize to them, and I apologize to them, and then I find out, dude, this is something vile. And here I am looking like I'm down with that, So you gotta understand where I come from too. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to see nobody hurting. But at the same time, you know, it goes both ways, you know?
Facts. You
Yeah,
might not want to see them
subscribers
hurt.
are,
They want to see you.
it's
They
a
want to
different
cause your demise.
dynamic. I don't think that some subscribers understand when you actually start a channel, become a content creator, you gotta walk a fine line. And as far
Mhm.
as the internet stuff, you were talking about, this is like internet shit. A lot of us keep it to internet shit. But the
Right.
fake ones, like the Blair, they're so vile and disgusting and a liar, they can't because they're always going to lose when it comes to this internet shit. So then they have to
Well,
go real life to hit you where it hurts.
Facts.
right. But I'll just jump in real quick. Just everything you're saying is facts, but not to say the fake ones, because when a fake one like him starts spewing that shit and I meet him in real life, it's like, okay, now we're in real life. Now I'm going to blast you. Now you're going to have a black eye. Disclaimer, this is just for entertainment purposes. This is not going to happen. I'm
In a
saying that
video
could happen.
game, it's in a
Yes.
video game, guys.
Right.
You're going to beat them in
Exactly.
Tekken.
So my point is, this could come real just because a fake person wants to be fake on the internet and then meet a real person in real life and get his shit pushed in. That does happen in my world. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't happen. I
No, it
don't know.
definitely happens sometimes, but these people feel real fucking comfortable behind their keyboards.
Yeah, I get that.
Facts.
Yep, I get that, and I've been learning that.
Me personally, I'll play both games. It depends, right? If they on that type of time, we'll take it there. But if not, I'm still going to get you in some way. Like if I see the glitter in person and he doesn't want the smoke, you think I'm not going to pull my camera out?
Right,
Yeah, I'm
let
making
people-
the illest live stream right there on the spot.
Yeah.
Look, remember when he said he was going to knock me out? Look at him running. Look, God, I'm getting
Yep.
my get back somehow, some way.
Well, I mean, and it's sad that we have to get our get back at our age. And DX, like I've talked about this with somebody recently. I said, I've come a long way in my life. I'm 45 years old. I've been getting where I'm at today. I just want to chill. I want to live a good life. I don't want to have to worry about get back. But with people like this, that want to just continue to trash you, I'm on the phone, man. I'm sorry. It's all good. You can do whatever you want. Sorry. You can trash people and deal with real consequences, or you can just think it's going to be internet. I mean, that's what they just keep playing games, like thinking it's not going to happen. So I don't know how many
Right.
more trips he's going to come out to Boston, but he used to come out here all the time. But that was when shit was cool. I haven't seen him out here since any of this stuff has been getting the water's been getting a little warm, It was lukewarm and he came out, but that was lukewarm. You knew you were okay. But now it's like warm. I don't even think you will come out when it's warm, never mind hot. So,
He's not about that.
no. And like I just said, I don't want to be about that either no more. I want to be able to move forward, have a great life, continue to do my content, continue to, just and tell the truth too at the same time without telling, And I've watched you from because people send me your stuff early, BX, and I was like, it was hard to really like find you because you got, and this is what I think, and I'm gonna big you up right now. BX got like 1,000 channels where he got like 5,000-10,000 each one. So I'm like, which one is his main one? And you don't. I couldn't figure it out. So I'm like, God
That's
damn.
hilarious.
Yeah, so I just kind of left it alone during the struggles when we were beefing with them, because I almost reached out to you like, yo, we need to have just like a conversation. Who am I dealing with? And then I just left it alone. And then I seen, actually, before I went on your live stream just now, which was unannounced, I went on Twitter and I seen Nurse Kim say something like, yeah, this information was sent to me a while ago, or James Jackson just confirmed that it was sent to him a while ago. And I said, yes, this is true. All of this stuff that's being talked about now was sent to me. It was sent to me so I don't know if you heard about the recording date when another content creator allegedly recorded Baron Reed.
Oh, Turdy Boy?
I mean, I don't know if that's who you heard, but I'm just saying allegedly out of. But yeah, so when that happened, when Turtle Boy did that, you know, it just made things a little sticky. It was just hard to know who you can trust. Know, okay, this person's put me in a group chat. Should I answer the comments? Nah, don't do that because they're all. It was just weird. It made it weird. And then to see who the people that were left staying in there, you know, it was
Damn.
just. But now it's left with new people. Like Jess is gone. Jess was a ride or die for TB. But now that she just wanted her, basically, her walking papers, like, leave me alone type of shit, it almost seems like she was, you know, if you don't do this, that's the way she.
Man.
Yeah, man. So she's out.
Well, unfortunately for Jess in that situation, that was the only way it was going to eventually go down. Because you can't walk away. You pin yourself. You come on and you pin yourself to someone like that. It's only going to end badly, especially if they're not a good person.
Yeah, but I pinned myself, and I'll tell you, this guy wrote. Now he's a journalist, right? He's an award-winning journalist. So there was a story back in 2018 with the Red Sox. It wasn't like some shit that happened on the corner where a dime bag was sold. This was the Red Sox of Boston. Like, this was the championship too, the World Series. And TB decided what he was going to go with and decided to go with that story instead of interviewing the people that were actually involved. I was one of the people that was involved back then, and he ran with this story. So that was another reason when we started live streaming too. I told my boy, that's going to come up. You know, that's definitely going to come up. This guy is like the face of this movement. He's definitely going to say, you know, forget these guys. This is what they did in 2018. But he knew that it was false. So he didn't do that. He shared our stuff and was like, you got to watch these guys. They're the best. And then acted like he didn't know who I was. And then came on the show. And then when I brought it up, he had that shit on cue. Oh, what? This one I wrote on you? Oh, yeah, I'll erase it. And then he erased it, allegedly. And then after the war happened with the recording gate, that shit magically appeared like Lucky Charms. So I was like, damn, this dude never erased that. But, you know, it's just been a lot of fuckery in the movement. And we're just trying to stay afloat. We've always kept this 39,000 above the bullshit. That's why, you know, people would clown and say, oh, JFK, he's in his car streaming. What do you mean he's in his car? No, he's not. He's in a plane. He's flying a plane. We're 39,000 above the bullshit. We don't want to hear nothing. And that's how we kept it for so long. And yeah, man, that only lasted for so long until we just had to start to go to muscle memory and use some of our street tactics and be like, all right, this is getting a little weird. I don't know if, you know, but now it's like, all right, this is YouTube. Do we feed into this more? Now we know who Glare is.
Right.
But we knew that. You're back around to let these people, remind these people who he is.
Put him on blast.
Yeah, man. It seems like he was in a community like ours, such as Free Karen. I shouldn't say ours, because I was just down to get justice for John O'Keefe, Free Karen Reed, and move on. I didn't know it was going to turn into all this. And it could be a yin and a yang, right? It's a good thing and a bad thing. I met some great people. I met some terrible people.
True.
But in hindsight, I was here for the right reason. I was here because I wanted to see justice for John, and I'm still here for that. R.I.P. John O'Keefe, Officer John O'Keefe. But, you know, seeing all these like Glares and people, Dallas and this and that, I get it. There's a true crime community, but this was more of a personal community where you had people hooking up in the chat. You had people in the content creators hooking up with content. It was just weird, man. Like you talked about that meeting up shit.
Yeah.
They had done like, I mean, goddamn, TB sold out the Wilbur. Talk about meeting up. It was all theater filled with women and men.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. Nah, he's doing his
doing
thing.
festivals?
God bless him. Yeah, he did the Wilbur in Boston is like it's like I guess it's good for someone as a content creator, it's fabulous. But as like an artist, like an up and coming artist, it's good, I guess too. But a content creator, it's like basically just selling out the stadium or something as an artist. But yeah,
Right.
he sold it out, and the Glare showed up with his cane. That was when he had his little cane walk, and he acted like he was a celebrity.
He had a cane?
Oh yeah, he had the pimp walk and everything, man. He had that shit
Get
down
out of here. Get
with his
outta
Air
here.
Force,
Is there a
with his
video
Air
of that?
Force Ones.
There gotta be a video of that. Yeah,
There's gotta
should
be
be.
video of that.
I told you, you're behind. B. I got some Air Force Ones, and
What?
man, the Mexican Jordans was wild, son. I mean, the people was
That's crazy. With the pimp cane, like
with the
what?
pink cane and the suit with the N1 tank top underneath.
Oh my god.
What?
He was feeling himself. That was like probably the highlight
Hold up,
moment of that man's
hold
life.
on. Hold up, I gotta walk this out. The
I'm
pink one
picturing
with the N1 underneath the suit was
They
crazy.
even
Glare.
sell N1? They don't sell that no more. He had a 30-year-old N1 tank top on.
Shit, I had
That's crazy.
Should have mad cigarette holes in it, bro. It was crazy, but yeah,
Yeah, I know it wasn't fresh. That shit had to be.
Chains. What is it you guys are calling it? An N1? I'm old. What are we
N1.
talking about here?
That's like
exactly. So this
it was a
shit's been
league and a
around.
brand. It hasn't been around for years, like since like the 90s.
So
So,
he
yeah.
sticker ironed on Air One onto his wife beater. Is that what we're
Nah,
talking
so
about?
And we at a point right now where you could get some N1 clothes for like 30 cents. It probably
might
don't cost much.
You might even be
That
able to
shit
get
is
some
old.
shacks. You might even be able to get some shacks at Walmart to match that outfit when you leave. But what
Shacks
would
would be more
be
expensive than some N1s for sure.
He must have
Right
hit
now.
up the bargain bin at Goodwill.
No,
Had
so the
to.
AM1 was like basically like a movement, I guess. Here we are back to the movement. So AM1 was a movement, man. It was a big
Yeah.
movement. But Glare didn't know
I used to
shit
love
about
that
the
shit.
AM1 movement. Yeah, me
It
too.
was like
And,
underground
it's like,
NBA, pretty much. Like they literally would put out
It's like welcome.
mixtapes,
Yep.
and the mixtapes would be
rucker.
like
I mean-
all the best players doing their craziest tricks,
Yep.
and they would do some
Yep.
shit that was like a tour where they would recruit people on the tour.
Yeah, but hold up,
so
BX.
anyone
Not
had a
just the
chance
best.
to join.
Not just the best players. Like I don't want people to get it twisted. Michael Jordan, it was the best players who never had a chance to make it to the NBA because maybe they
Right.
had criminal records, maybe they didn't know somebody, maybe they didn't. You know what I mean? So and one was a big thing, but
If you
not
was a
to
street
wear to
legend,
like something like.
well, just so
Yeah,
they
you
know
know.
what Air One joint is. If you was a street legend in basketball, and you never got a chance in the NBA. N1 was a chance for them to like have their own league, and that shit was highly successful for a few years. And then they got greedy, wasn't treating the players right, underpaying them. So yeah, but to have that on, like that shit, the company shut down in what, like the 2000s, right? I think the company shut down. So for him to have that on underneath a suit is the most hilarious thing. That's like saying he had a G-Unit tank top on, or like an Iceberg or Paco tank top on. Nigga, like,
You know that man was walking up to people like, "You like my vintage shirt?"
yeah, he thought he was styling on them. He thought he was
it's
styling.
fucking
I wish I knew
hilarious.
about that. I would have came.
There's got to be a video, right? I want to see the pimp cane crip walk there.
I gotta see that. He almost broke his ankles. In fact, he wasn't even doing a pimp walk. He was just drunk. And naturally, that shit looked like he was doing the pimp walk. That should got to be the greatest video ever. Does anyone have a video of that? I don't know what happened to
Please send it.
James. Is James disconnected? But does anyone have that? Please, word. I would love to watch that. I gotta see the Glare with an oversized pimp suit and an N1 tank top. You don't even have a dress shirt underneath the pimp suit.
I know that suit was like pinstripe too, probably yellow.
See, I was thinking like something like with black, with like gold lines going down it or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a black jacket with the gold pinstripe.
Yeah, he definitely had that with a hat too.
I'm gonna have to play later with some AI.
That would be funny as hell. Y'all said he was posting all over on X. Where is it? Can someone find it if you can? Please send that clip. Send the clip, send the photo. That would be one of the funniest things of all time. You know, he thought he was styling.
All this bullshit filters over and continues on X.
Yeah, it seems like that's a thing.
These people are dedicated.
I don't even check my X, if I'm being honest.
I don't either. I go on to look for Candace, and that's it.
Oh, she's still on X?
Oh my God, GX. Yes, like I am still knee deep in the Charlie Kirk stuff, and it's getting wild. I'll break it down to you later privately, though. It's wild.
Yeah, but from last what I remember, it was insane.
It's got even more insane because Candace just left Friday for like a 2-week vacation and dropped a bomb of pictures from inside the SUV that carried Charlie to the hospital. There's tempered broken glass all over the floor of the SUV. And there's a little white emblem. So she came forward to show that, and come to find out it's the same emblem that goes on a Rogue microphone.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So what, people were trying to secretly record it?
No, BX. The Rogue microphone that was broken on the floor is allegedly what was on Charlie's chest.
What?
A lot of people, you've been out of it. I'm still knee deep. There has been a theory going around since the beginning about the exploding Rogue mic. And Candace has stayed away from it. But for 6 months, she's been sitting on these pictures. And she finally just released them. And when she released them, she didn't know that there was a picture, like someone zoomed in on that little white emblem and then Googled and matched it up to the Rogue microphone emblem. She didn't know that when releasing the pictures. Wow. It's wild. I'm going to send you, there's a video analysis because now they have a front shot of, the tragic event that happened.
Yeah, I would like to take a look at that. That sounds crazy.
Before there's any impact to the neck, his shirt puffs up. You can see the little magnetic piece that was on the outside of his shirt. The microphone's on the inside, so the magnet was like holding it there. And it's on his right side, and it flies up to the left side of his neck, right where the point of impact was. It's wild. I don't want to... again, I'm derailing. I don't want to get too deep, but I'd love your opinion on that. It would be so much to catch up on. It's so much.
Yeah, I had to look into it because that sounds crazy.
I'm going to definitely send you that video, and I'll send you a couple things. But Candace, she's like, yep, I'm about to go on vacation for 2 weeks. Let me drop a bomb and leave. Hail Queen. I love my girl. I gotta hop down there. My earbuds are about to die. I'm gonna be in the chat though.
All right.
Thanks for letting me up, BX.
No problem.
All right. See you later, Bliss Chris.
Do you have a video? Yeah, I can hear you. I was like, do you have a video of yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man.
Hello?
Hold up.
No, I was gonna ask, do you have a video of
You can hear me?
With that suit. Yeah, I can hear you.
Damn, man, I can't hear you.
Reload it. Reload your the browser. Reload
I'm gonna go back in and come out.
browser. Yeah.
Try this one more time.
I didn't even mean for caps to be on. I had caps on when I wrote that. That's funny. Yeah, guys, tell him to go out and come back in on the reload browser. One of the two. Usually just pressing the reload button helps me. Yeah, you gotta leave and come back in. That's crit. This is insane.
You got two
We
of me
see
now.
double. Yeah, we see
Yeah,
double eye. That was funny. Hold on, let me kick the old one.
Can you hear
Can
me
you hear
on
me now?
this one?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you erased the one that you can't. I can't hear you.
What? For real? All right, do it again. Do it
Still
again.
BX.
That's hilarious. Do it again. That's funny. So I erased the wrong one. Tell him click on again. Here's the link. So he was cloned. Word. All right, so it should work now. Hello?
We good?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. But you got it to work now.
Yeah, man.
That was funny. You had a
We're
clone
good.
come in here.
Yeah. I mean, it's
That's
different
quite
when you.
hilarious.
Usually, I use the I get the link sent to me, so I'll just paste. And if I'm on my phone, if I'm home, it's easier. On the phone, it's a little different. But
So you could click it easy.
yeah, so
I got you.
so now this was it. Cheryl, her name was
Chris?
Chris, I'm sorry, Bliss. Was it
Bless
or
Chris.
something? Bliss Chris. She
Everybody go
knew-
check her channel out.
Yes, for sure. And she knew the Glera too prior to the Free Karen Reed movement.
Yeah, well, she's been watching me for a long time. She's been my moderator as well as created her own channel.
Okay.
But so she's seen like a lot of the nastiness that he was doing to me. She was in the live stream. Same way she is now, back then, years ago. This is like what, 2021, 2020-ish?
So he just disappeared, huh? From that whole community. Like what? You guys thought he wasn't streaming? Well, obviously you could go and check and see if he was streaming, but it wasn't like, it wasn't streaming what you got, whatever your community was talking about at the time. He jumped
No,
on
he
to the
had-
next.
Yes, he jumped onto the wave. What it was first he was with someone named Critical K, who pretty much taught him how to stream. He was like her assistant. She eventually bought him his equipment, got him a mic, all this stuff for him to even be able to stream on his own. And then he started the pattern of, okay, I got enough fans now. Let me break off and go at her now. And then he became an anti-Critical K channel. While he was doing that, I had gotten into a situation with this nasty creator named Without a Crystal Ball. My name got kind of bigger, got a bunch of subs. He started going into like my DMs and in my comment sections begging to collab with me. Then he started talking about some of the topics that I'm covering. Right. And then once he got whatever amount of subs, then he kept doing that same process of now he's beefing with me, going after me, doxing me, trying to discredit my name, and then going up to bigger content creators and milking them and doing the same process over and over again. Thank you, Katarina. I appreciate the support. Fang Gang, you're still my favorite content creator, BX. Thank you. I appreciate that. Real talk. But yeah, so while he was doing all of this, I was calling him out the whole time and exposing all these receipts. And it seemed like because I took a break, a lot of people didn't see all his past like nastiness and things he's done before.
I mean, yeah, it's like, bro, even you talk about moderators, like you said you have been with the same one since 2021. He had spoke highly about this girl Cherry for so long as far as the Free Karen Reed movement was concerned. And it's like, all right, Obviously, something happened. Nobody's asking about where's Jerry. I haven't seen her, and she's not in his chat no more. I don't know what's going on, and that's none of my business. My point is, he gets to these relationships where he bigs these people up. It seems like on the strength of his success, and then when he gets to a certain level, okay, Cherry, I don't need you to do that no more. So I'm not gonna deal with, I'm not gonna deal with this back noise that you're talking about that you want, whatever it was. I don't know what they had, but the way he spoke very highly of her, and it seemed like they were like started rocking when you guys had a falling out. Because when I was sent that, that stuff, that information about him, about his kid and stuff like that, I was like, I'm not gonna put this out right now because I just didn't think it was a good timing. It was very early on. This was like. But then we, it was like, all right, this is a little concerning now because a lot of stuff started coming in. And
crazy.
Yeah, man. So it's just
he's had a few of those. There was a girl before that. I can't remember her name, but she was one of his first moderators to expose him for like calling her with his shirt off and trying to get sexual. What was her name? Chris, do you remember that girl? Because she started a YouTube channel. And she goes on
to she goes on to talk about it too, huh?
Yeah, she let everyone know what was going on. He came out and admitted it. He was like, yo, you know what? It's okay. She's just trying to use it to build her channel up. That's fine. You can do that. And then I think they ended up getting cool again right after that.
I mean, that's
as if nothing happened. But then, like, that was the same person that it was exposed that she was writing his scripts for his live streams.
That's another thing I heard. Someone sent me, yo, you need to see this. Every one of his scripts are scripted, like someone writes for him. So what do you mean? So then I went on a live stream and said, I heard a lot of these content creators get people to do, work in the background. I said, damn, I got to get me one of them people that work in the background. And figured he would understand what I was talking about. But that shit went over everybody's head. Everybody thinks that, I'm just the one that says wild shit and doesn't have no meaning behind it. But that's crazy you just said that. That's why I said that. So if anyone listening back that heard that back in the day, now you know.
Now you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because, when you come in this BX, you got to know, like, you got to tread lightly, especially with these YouTube streets, because they're very, I learned, like, people got a lot of, I heard you guys speaking on people are dragging, or maybe it was someone else that said this. I see a lot of this movement now where they're dragging people into court. It's not just a movement no more. They're dragging people into court for restraining orders. They're saying this about people. They're all turning on each other, right? So I didn't know who was who, and I didn't know who was messing with who. So I was just like, all right, I got to figure out who is real instead of who is with who and who is messing with who. I just got to figure out who is real. And that's just how I muscle memory, right? So I figured it out. And as soon as you start addressing that, some people don't like to hear it and they say, oh, you hating. Nah, I'm not a hater, man. I've never been. So
why you gotta be a hater because you're calling something out?
Yeah, never been about that. So but the video you were just playing was about Glera 2. Another one, like a bad one, because I'm trying to read this. The
one that was just playing on a live stream.
Yeah, man.
This video is pretty much him laughing about someone making I wouldn't even say claims. They told them about how they was assaulted as a kid.
And what did he say though? That's all I heard.
Him and his friends broke out in laughter. Started saying a lot of disrespectful and nasty things.
But so here's my thing. So now, because I was accused of being a piece of shit, of not saying, guys, and I get it. It was not right for that to be, like I said, and I'll say it again. There was never no time for that to be taking place on when it took place. But it took place and it happened on my platform. So when I addressed it and they just made jokes about it, so now you're saying that this was another content creator that alleged he was there any facts that ever came out that he was actually saying what really happened to him? Was he speaking the truth and they were making fun of him, or was he really lying?
if I'm not mistaken, he was speaking the truth. Or like bare minimum, there was no reason to doubt it.
Right. It doesn't matter in that situation is what I was gonna get at.
Because it wasn't like he was using it as some kind of excuse or like crutch, right? He's speaking on his trauma. Like, yo, y'all shouldn't be joking about that with me. This happened.
Okay.
And their response was to laugh at him and to joke about it in that moment, to where eventually he said, yo, I can't even take this. And he left the panel. And they were trying to make him stay on panel. Like, no, stay while we keep joking you about this. And telling all these nasty jokes that happen to you when you was a child.
Yeah, man, that's a lot different. We actually had someone who we had an abuser call in, like how you got the open link. So I had a birthday stream where I had an open link and you could have came up.
Right.
This kid had come up and said that another creator had done that. And now I'm thinking like, all right, well, like I said, as growth, right? So as we're men, I'm growing and I say, well, thinking going forward, this is my platform. I got to hold this platform to a level of respect. So I don't want to open up a can of worms and talk about that, like that whole allegation. But at the same time, it happened on my channel. I was like, what happened with this? Did anything ever come of it? Like nobody ever knows. All I ever hear is you're a piece of shit because you let that happen on your channel. Now, BX, when you're live streaming, people say wild shit. And I get it. So, especially that topic, I'm not a professional. I don't know how to shut it down. But all I can say is it's not a comfortable topic. But
it's not something easy to go through, to talk about.
No. And at the same time, I just don't want it to be like I had anything to do with this topic being brought up. And that's what a lot of but I shouldn't care because I know the truth. But I would like to know more if this guy was telling the truth, if he was lying, because you don't put a jacket on somebody like that either. You just don't. Where
Definitely
I'm from, there's three, and you don't put those jackets on anybody for, because you're mad at them. So that's as far as that goes with that. But, this was not really no planned thing. I would like to, if you and I could exchange, I think I followed you on Twitter. We could maybe set something up, make sense, have it a little plan better. And we can go over some things, I would appreciate that. And then you can see like where things were at then and where they're at now. Have they changed? What do you guys think? And leave it to the people to decide, because it's just, let them decide. They want to keep saying that we're wrong and we got this wrong outlook of him. Well, I don't believe that. You don't believe that.
Facts.
You have no stake in this game. You don't care about what happened with this. You weren't here. So you're telling us something that you already know about, which I think people should take that for what it is. But they'll see it another way.
100%. Like that's another big point that I think that a lot of people should hold into account is that, I had no stake in this, right? For years, I stopped talking about him and was focused on my like 5 other channels doing that. And then I always said, when I have enough time, I'm going to come back and get the Glimmer. I'm going to come back and roast him, call out his nastiness. Because a lot of people will be hitting me up, asking me like, yo, bro, you got to start exposing this guy. He's still running around. People don't know what's going down. So I was like, yo, if I get some time, I got you. And I finally was able to get some time and start talking about it. So it's not like anything like the Glimmer would say of like, yo, you chasing cloud or any of this other bull crap, especially when I have multiple successful channels.
Exactly.
That I'm running.
I'm looking at the screen. I can't see, like I said, I can't see the chat because I'm on my phone, but I can see the video you got pulled up.
Yeah, so the chat, they sent me the video of him with the suit. I wanted to see because they said there's a timestamp. And also, thank you, Chimmy Speaks. I appreciate the heck out of the support. Expose the frauds. The truth comes to the surface. Big facts. Thank you, Chimmy.
Yeah, Chimmy's good. She's a solid person. She's been up in the panel. She knows what's going on. Chimmy's she knows everything about this situation with the Glimmer. But I see, if you guys all in the chat can look behind you and see that That's the John Hancock in the city of Boston behind me. JFK is in front of the Wilbur. The Glera is about to, I think, get out of his Uber. If you want to play that.
And he gonna walk up on who? Which side is he gonna walk up?
So now this was right before the Wilbur Theater was right before Glera had come to Boston before we hung out. Now I'm trying to tell that's my partner right there that you see on the right screen with the hat.
Okay.
And I'm trying to
That's JFK?
Yes, that's JFK. So now I think JFK is gonna rock up on. Glera's gonna walk up on JFK, and then I said, "Yo, damn, man!" And I abandoned the plane, which was wrong of me. So go ahead, play, press play. We're gonna. I'll narrate this for you.
Hey, boys. You guys are great, man. We're watching Replay Crew, Morning Crew, whenever I get. What up? You want to pick? Let's go. Hold on, we getting a pick.
Okay.
Where's James Jackson?
James Jackson's right there.
Where's Kevin Cliff?
Kevin Cliff's right here.
So when they say where's James Jackson, he says James Jackson's right there.
Yeah.
I'm literally like a block away, and he's right there, but he's pointing to the camera, and so
That's
she's
hilarious.
looking around. I'm like waving so she couldn't see me, and then when I started seeing all the action going on over there, I'm like, all right, I'm in an alley right now, ain't nobody here. Go ahead,
Word. Let me go over there.
Oh, look who's getting out the car, huh? What up?
Yo.
He said,
Yo, this look crazy.
hold
No,
on,
that's
we
not
gotta
the-
rewind that. We gotta
Yeah,
rewind.
nah. He did the
gotta do-
penguin walk.
You got the cane, you got the Air Force One, the Mexican Jordans on. Oh,
He dressed like he's trying to be a cool substitute teacher. Oh, that was bad.
Oh, look who's getting out the car, huh? What up?
Yo.
So BX. That is, I don't know if you're familiar, but this is Karen Reed's family right here. In the front, that's Kelly Reed. In the back is Melanie Little. So now I'm over here in the, like you see me in this corner, and I'm like, yo, all the fans are coming over, but I'm like, damn, all these content creators over there. I said, all right, so let it roll. That's Kelly Reed, Melanie Little, and then you'll see the guy with the cane is the Glera.
And eventually you gonna go over there?
Eventually, yeah, I'm making my way over there.
Word, because if it ain't, it look like it's popping over here where they at.
Exactly.
They got the light off over there by you. You in the darkness. I'm like, nah, I'm going over there where y'all at.
Thank you,
Hey.
BX.
Yeah, I would have did the same thing. Like, nah, y'all ain't gonna have me like behind the building.
It's like
Sitting
nobody
over
puts baby in the corner.
Facts. You ain't gonna do that to me.
Straight up, man.
Oh, Better Rose up in there.
God damn.
Are you live right now?
How you doing, man? See you later. How you doing? Good. Better Rose up in there. You already know. Yeah, you know how we do it.
Yeah, Jay, we got better roll out there.
The dance song.
We got the glare out there.
This nigga dancing. He better be careful.
He's dancing, but he got a busted knee that he just had surgery on days prior, mind you.
Crazy. When he's dancing, holding the cane up.
Holding it
like
up.
he a pimp. That's funny as hell. Something is wrong with him, bro. Seriously. Thank you for the support, Mama Jays. You said James and JFK have kind hearts. That was a fun night. Hey, they
We
was there.
tried, Mama Chase. Yeah, we tried. I mean, I don't know. She was there, I guess. I mean, a lot of people, I told you, it was sold out. TB did his thing that night.
That's
you know,
fire.
But it's like continuing with that. Where you at now, man? Hopefully you sell out another Wilbur. I don't know if that's going to happen.
They don't seem like they'd be able to now.
Wish
Thank you
him
for the
best.
support, Avril. Appreciate
Bro,
that.
what's up?
Sipping tea. Gift the membership. Thank you for the support. Yeah, it seemed like y'all had a good time here today. At this day.
Yeah, that night we had a great night. After this night, this is why I said we need to do a show because, mind you, BX, you'll remember this. This part right here, I want you to remember because when we do our show, we're gonna come back to this and we're gonna let the people know because now everything's unfolding, right? Karen's fighting her civil case; she's free. Now we're gonna talk and let the people know little by little what took place and why you see that message on the screen in all caps.
James needs to get inside.
Yeah, there was a reason James didn't go inside with 4 tickets.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so it's like, there's a lot of things that people don't know behind the scenes, but just something I think me and you can explain better to the people going forward. But I'm glad to go over this with you.
Bet, I'm down.
For sure.
Let me see what else happened in this moment.
Hey, you better tell Blair to come over here and say hello. JFK, you better tell him to come over and say what up to his boy, man. It's only right. I'm over here working too. God damn.
I feel you on that, though.
Yo, they're doing me dirty, chat. Chat, everybody.
I'd have said the same shit. Like, yo, what's going on?
I mean,
man?
bro, they celebrating over there, and I'm in the alley. Like, come on, man, they're doing me dirty. I just gotta stand by. I'm a pilot. We're on autopilot right now. I get it. That's my man. I should have stayed there, made sure his shit didn't get taken that night. It didn't get taken that night. I can assure you that, but I guess it got taken another night. Disclaimer, anybody in the chat. And that was night we were that was right after we went to the Encore. And my man JFK parked down in the garage and him, I'm sorry, excuse me, this was the next night. Glera, I forget, Glera brought a few people with him. And me and JFK went up there and I said, I don't know if Glera's ready to do an interview. We had a few drinks and I said, I don't think it's a good time to put him on camera. He's a little intoxicated. And JFK saw that. He didn't. And we told Glera, like, yo, we did you a solid, man. We could have made you look stupid, but we didn't. And but then we go downstairs and the cops are surrounding JFK's car. Someone broke into his car and took everything, his computer, his sneakers, his clothes, his this, his that.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened that night, but it was just a wild night all in all. And that was the last experience we had with the Glera.
So during this night that we're looking at the video for, you supposed to like keep watch?
No, this was different. This night he didn't really care. It wasn't that big of a deal. But the next time we hung out with him, we went to a casino where the stuff was locked in a trunk of a car where I was dropped off by his party. And then that particular night, we went back to the car, me and JFK, and the shit was missing out of the trunk. And it's like,
Damn.
okay. Yeah. So, I mean, well, I'm not
That's
blaming
crazy.
nobody. Yeah, but we nobody's blaming anybody. Nobody ever said nothing. So I just want to put that out there. We're just saying the state police wouldn't give us the camera. So I don't know. They
That's
said they were
messed
still.
up.
Yeah. But anyway, let's see what happens next.
All right.
Jay, doing me dirty.
We got
God damn.
people up in there now. You want to say what up?
Yo, Jay, can you?
Great night.
Welcome to Boston.
We're here. We're ready. Thank you.
Yes.
What
Welcome
could go wrong?
to Boston.
What could go wrong?
I love the suit.
Check this out.
You know, gotta dress up.
You guys dress up.
Welcome to the Bean. Hey,
Oh, what up,
come
ladies?
over.
You're live right now. Let's go.
Now,
So you trying to show off the outfit?
no. So I'm trying to look over the car and see where they're at right now. I'm like, I know there's a line, but I'm trying to see where JFK is exactly because I know I'm ready to dart right to where he is at any second.
I feel you on that. I thought you was showing off the outfit. Like, hold on, look how fresh I am right quick.
I got up. I'm like ready to leave in any second.
That was funny.
The Glera, come on. Hey, man. How you doing, man?
Oh, I got to go say what up.
Can I get a picture with
How
you,
was your
Will?
flight?
You put the
Got like
headset
the
down.
watching.
Put the headset down.
Blair is up in there. He's jet
That
lagged.
was funny.
My man.
He out here.
Look at that. My
What
man
up,
knew
bro?
right away. But,
Chilling,
go
brother.
back
How
to
you
that
feeling?
and sense
Chilling.
that energy. Go back to that real quick, BX, and sense that energy when Blair went
Where?
up and hugged JFK, one of the main people in the Free Karen Reed movement. And sense that energy. These are two people that are two main people in the Free Karen Reed movement. And watch this.
Let's see.
Hey, Blair, come on. Come here. Hey, man. How you doing, man?
Oh, I got to go say what up.
Can I get a picture with
How
you,
was the
Will?
flight?
It didn't seem real from this side. From
Oh,
Glorious
I got to go say what up.
Watch. Blair said he's gone. He's looking for me.
Get a picture with
How
you,
was the
Will?
flight? It's good. We got like 800 people watching.
It was good.
Blair is up in there. He's
Look at
jet
him.
lagged.
He's jet lagged. Trying to.
Like, excuse it for him.
Yep. Make
Like,
excuses.
give him
for him.
coverage.
Yep.
Like, yeah, he ain't acting the way he normally do, man. He's jet lagged. I see
Yeah.
it. Y'all still looking out for him.
That was the second time our interference with him. So we like, yo, we're trying to still look out for you, man. And he's like, you weren't looking out for me. Okay. Call it how you see it.
It looked like it right now. Looked like y'all was looking out.
Out here. What up, bro? Chilling, brother. How you feeling? Chilling. Say what up to the chat. What up? How you doing?
How you?
Oh, good.
Hi, Kevin.
Kevy. Yeah. Nothing but love. Make some noise, people. What up? You excited?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
love
like a
it.
packed event.
Oh, yeah. The stream got a little bit better.
My friend Amy JFK, please.
What up, baby? Hi, Amy. Where did James Jackson go? Oh, he's across the street. He abandoned the base camp. What up? Say what up to the people. What up? He out here.
He abandoned the face cam.
My man's on his work shit. Where's James? Oh, he abandoned base camp. Goddamn, no one's over at base camp. Who's over at base camp? Oh, shit.
That's
Of course
hilarious.
But I mean, you had said it earlier, and I'm glad you did, because these events where you said we went out to meet live, and this is a live event. You're meeting now.
Yeah.
Everybody labeled us this shit, right? But you see everybody in that line. Does it look like they hated us?
Nah.
Man, I ain't never signed the back of shirts and women's pocketbooks. And I'm nobody, bro. I'm just like somebody here out in the city. And this is what I'm saying happened that night. And they're like, oh, these guys suck. These guys don't know what they're doing. We don't like them. But the Glera,
Yeah,
this is
they don't
you
know.
guys. Yeah, you're getting your information from a guy from Tennessee. You gotta calm down.
Yeah, they're not able to see what's really going on. It seemed like you was getting love out here. So I can see
we
why
getting
you wanted to go over there. Like, yo, let me go to where the love at real quick. Let me go see what's going on. Let me say hello to everybody.
Sure.
So I definitely
Wait.
understand that.
Wait, did Glera pull up in the Metropolitan cab, or did he pull up in an Uber?
It looked like an Uber.
No,
It looked like
that-
the Uber.
but if it got the letters on the oh no, that was way back. I thought he just got out that white car.
Nah. The car was like behind that.
Yeah, because I know he kept it very but like he was by himself every time he came out here. Like, you know, he would see all this stuff on the internet and think him and TB as soon as, for instance, when JFK lands, I'm the first person, and that's maybe because we have a friendship too. And that's what I think these guys lack, is friendship. He'll call me, I landed, you know, this, that. We plan shit. So he don't have any of that. When he comes out here, he goes to the court date, and then whatever he can find to do after that is what he does. I mean, he went as far as at the Harmony, staying there where Karen Reed was even staying, just to hope he bumped into her. And then when all the beef after the recording gate happened, we were alleged. He said well, he didn't say it. He said allegedly, I think they did it. But he was accused of abusing another woman. And he went live and talked
man.
about it the next day and said, we sent the woman in there to say that so the staff would come up to. I said, what? I'm like, bro, we would just come in and punch you in the face. Disclaimer for wrestling. purposes, entertainment purposes only. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We would never go through all of that stress. We would just walk
Kind of
right
weird
in.
set up shit, right?
Yeah. And to go on your show live the next day and try to say that that's why it happened, that I think that they did this, a guy that doesn't give one shit about you, another guy that's all the way, like he's just far away, and then another guy that isn't even a content creator. Like you're going at three guys that don't care about you, and this is what you're gonna say? No. This, and then I heard something about this prior. And then we go back. Here you come in. 5 women come up. What happened? Same story. I mean, I don't
Crazy.
believe in coincidence. BX.
That's a lot of coincidences stacked.
That's
Too many.
facts.
That
Facts.
looks crazy. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Was there something else happened on here?
I'm gonna say something.
Because I don't even think you
But I'll
walked
tell
up
you-
yet.
Yeah, but the biggest part is that text on the screen. The reason why that I never went inside.
Wait, you
So-
never went inside?
Nah, Nope.
What?
couldn't.
And it was supposed to be a meetup.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
and it was like 20 minutes prior to that that we finally made the decision that, well, once I was able to relay what I had to relay to someone else, we decided we weren't going in because we weren't going to be affiliated with sucker shit. So we just didn't go in, man. But people hated on us for that, and I think I, at the end of the day, did the right thing. What I grew up knowing to be the right thing, and people just don't know, and that's why. I mean, like BX, I like I said before, you and I can go down this road off air, and you'll definitely understand. And I
Right.
feel like right now you and I are on the phone together. I don't feel like we're in a conversation like in a chat where people are calm. I'm not, and I like no disrespect. I'm not seeing the comments. That's all I mean by that. I would love to be able to plan something and be able to really touch on this and tell you this is what really happened that night. And this is why this happened. Because people who really know me, really know JFK, know we never tried to cause no harm to any of this community. We only tried to this is something we dealt with our whole lives, and we were waiting for finally a scope to be put on the state police en masse, the police in our neighborhood. This ain't shit that
Right.
you think that Glera gave a shit about that his whole life. He woke up and that it fell upon his lap. Well, and I hate to even single him out. I know we're talking about him, but anybody that fell upon this and chose to, like, I've seen creators jump on it, such as like Melanie Little, and talk about the facts. She didn't get into the drama and start talking about all the beefs and this one's got beef with this one and this one hooked up with this one. She didn't do all that. She stayed to the facts. And Glera, I mean, I guess that's what he built his brand off of. But at sometimes, man, you got to cut that shit out and just keep to the facts, because I think he learned, like, coming to Boston, you can get touched real quick and simply, very easy too.
Facts.
And pause if necessary when I said you can get touched real quick, but he can. Coming out here doing shit like that.
I knew exactly what you meant. I knew exactly what you meant.
Nah,
No
no,
need
but
to pause that. I seen the town. I seen Ben Affleck in there. I peeped it. I know how
The town.
Boston gets down. He don't want that smoke.
No, he doesn't want that. And maybe I don't know about Glera. Maybe I don't want that with him. I don't understand him, man. I really still don't. I don't care.
He's
to.
the gingerbread man. He's falling apart, man. He don't want nothing
He
with
is.
nobody. This guy can't do anything. All he wants is clout. He doesn't actually care about the cases.
I'm gonna tell you. I mark my words. when TB's, God forbid, free TB, when his cases are over, right?
Mhm.
I mark this date. Anybody in the chat, anybody, me and BX will mark it for you. TB's gonna come back and he's gonna put a blog on you, Glera, and he's gonna put you out there so bad.
Expose the hell out of him.
Oh man, all this stuff that he has already been wanting to put out, he's got his arsenal ready. And we told him, but Glera tested. I'll give Glera that. He did play Russian roulette when he tested it, but TB called in too fast. That's why I don't know. Was it planned? Was it not? TB called in quick enough to make it sound like, all right, man, stop this. Shut it down. Shut it down. Like the way he saw, shut it down. Shut it down. All right.
The energy was real different from how he spoke to the Glera with how he spoke to Jess too, by the way. I noticed that.
Well, a female and a male is different.
Facts. Yeah,
So
that is crazy.
and that's what I've seen with this movement, and unfortunately 95% of it, 80% of when I go into my YouTube studio, it's mostly women, which is great in a sense, but at the same time, you got a lot of women that don't understand that shit can get real, and this is what it's really about. So anyway,
Some of them understand. Some of them, we got some real ones out here. They get down
no.
on the streets.
Fact. Hell yeah, we got some real ones out here. Like, I don't know, I haven't seen the chat. I know I just named some. Like, for instance, they go in on Nan. Nan's a real one. They go in on the girl Valerie. She talks a lot of shit. She seems like she's a real one. They go in on. I'm just thinking of people that I've know. Like, I've met Nan, JFK, and I, and Nan.
Chris is a real one.
Chris is a real one. I mean, that's your people. She's a real one. I mean, she's still rocking with you from now. What does that tell you? You're a real one. So, I mean, you said it earlier. He's gone through how many mods? I mean, I don't even ask for mods. Usually they ask me to be a mod, and that's not saying like you don't have to ask me to be a mod. I'm just saying that's how it usually happens, because I don't want to feel like I'm picking people as favorites or anything like that. But if I can trust you and I know like you know what this is and you see what it's about, like, then that's different. But I'm not gonna, I feel like sometimes he was picking mods just that were pinpoint this particular part of his drama life that he didn't want exposed, and you just make sure this is not, and that's cool if you can keep, but that's not cool in the sense where, and I guess in the YouTube world, you get away with a lot of stuff in social media, but think about it. At the end of the day, look at the guy, and I hate to bring it to this, but look at the guy from Pawn Stars who we all watched on. He was getting abused by someone on social media, allegedly abusing him, and he ended up taking his own life. So, it's
That's
like
crazy. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so this is like, how far does it become where social media becomes real life, where it bothers you that much? And I think if it bothers you that much, you need to take a step back from it, because it's not reality. It's only reality when it becomes reality and it becomes your life and you become like it's your career. Like BX is your voice has not changed. This whole conversation hasn't changed since I've got the clips. Before I even knew you, I got clips of you back in, like I said, probably 2 years ago when the shit with the Glera first came around. And you were the same dude you are now, is what I'm saying. And that's why I'm saying, like, if you go back to me, I was not the same guy I am now. I mean, yeah, I'm still like say loose shit, but I'm not as I was before. It just comes with time. But the Glera seems to be showing the same old patterns of, okay, I used up my stay here. It's time to move on to another community. Same shit. If you ain't paid your rent, it's time for you to leave. You got to move. You got to find a new place.
Facts.
So
that's what he does continuously. And he will do it
That's
again.
what it seems like that too, because he just moved and he made that shit a public thing where he put a wish me list. Is that what they call chat? I need a wish me list. I just
Oh,
moved.
man. That's crazy. I heard about that. I was like, the same thing that OF models do?
Yo, give me a wish me list. I need a new couch. I just seen a new bed. It was like $4,000 for the mattress, not even including the box
That's
spring. Yeah,
crazy.
get me hit the DM
He said-
James Jackson on the Cash App. Yeah, so Glare did all that. TB too. TB's got a
That's
lot of following.
hilarious.
Like damn. So yeah,
What?
man. I
Not
was just
the
gonna
Amazon wish list.
I was gonna do one to just troll them, but I'm like, nah, I can't do it because then it's just gonna start getting sent to me. I'm not gonna be able to turn this shit away. So
People
nah,
will just
I'll
be
just,
buying whatever on the list, man.
yeah,
Like,
As
oh,
long
word,
as
that's what
they-
you need?
right. But
It's
yeah, man,
hilarious.
hey, we'll plan something. If you want, you can send me an email. I think if you go, I'll find your information. We'll get linked up. Like I said, I followed you on Twitter, but I would like to do something planned out that makes sense, just to give them, a little more, context behind what we're speaking on.
I'm definitely down, man. Let me know.
Absolutely, I appreciate you, BX. Chat,
Likewise.
peace and love, BX. Have a good night. Everybody, have a good night.